This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 10, verse 5 through 6. O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil, and to take the prey, and to tread them down like the mire of the streets. Shalom, shalom. Before I begin this lesson, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, bishop, and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and peace and blessing be multiplied on all you brethren, teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect, 144,000, and the rest of the elect out there. I'm the brother Dama Agabar, here with another lesson, Lord willing to edify through the spirit and power of Yahweh while Yahweh Shai. All right, and the Lord is getting ready to send the modern day Assyrian Esau Edom through this cruel Lord Donald Trump on you hypocritical ass Israelites out there, you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially you little YNs, man, you little young niggas and you little young niggettes. And I'm talking about all the tribes. You all qualify under the title of YNs, man. And you little nigglets, you little demons out there. Hey, the Lord is putting the spirit on this cruel Lord Donald Trump. They're about to get at you little young niggas, man. Because all you do all day is, you're just a bunch of unproductive, unruly little demons, man. Hey, and now, the Lord's putting the spirit on this Trump administration to not only get at, you northern tribes with all of these deportations and all of this profiling and, now they're getting ready to come after you so-called Negroes. You violent, uncouth, hood boogers, all you jakes who ain't got nothing to, who are not productive. You don't work, you're not seeking after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. But you're out here on the streets terrorizing the neighborhoods, posting yourselves on social media with all these guns and switches and doing the money phone shit. All of you 304s, all of these street takeovers, all of this, what they call that shit? When you run into the stores and just ransack it and steal all this shit and just run out of the stores, your street takeovers and all of your little nigga behavior, hey, is about to get addressed in a major way. Look at this. It says Trump invokes D.C. Home Rule Act set to deploy National Guard and law and order push. And this is ultimately being aimed at you so-called Negroes. All of your violence, all of this black fatigue, all of your bullshitting, all of your niggerish ways. All of this violence of this black culture, all of this fighting and bullshit, these street takeovers, all of this theft and just bullshit. Hey, it's about to get met with the edge of a sword, man. Hey, and rightfully so. Good for you little demons, man. All right, because what we say at the end of the day, at the end of the day, 2/3 just need you just need death, man. All right, if you don't want to seek after Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you don't want to get yourself right, get yourself in order, then hey, the Lord's gonna he's gonna allow this damn devil to roll on you jakes, man. Hey, and I hope this shit gets enacted in all 50 states, wherever you little YNs and you little good for nothing so-called niggas are at. All right. It says President Trump told reporters at the White House that he plans to deploy the D.C. National Guard and place the Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control as part of a massive push to restore law and order in the nation's capital. And I hope they do this shit everywhere where are you good for nothing, low life, 2/3 are at, man. Those of you who are terrorizing the neighborhood, shooting up the goddamn, shooting up everything, fighting, arguing, doing all these drugs, doing all these street takeovers, all of this unproductive, niggerish bullshit, man, needs to be addressed. Hey, and the Lord's gonna put the spirit on Trump to start getting at you little YNs, man. And like I said, I hope he invokes this nationwide, man. All right. It says Trump told reporters that he is officially invoking the D.C. Home Rule Act to place the Metropolitan Police Department under direct federal control and deploy the National Guard, stating, "This is Liberation Day in D.C. and we're going to take our capital back." I'm going to show you something. It says earlier, President Trump fired off a Truth Social post around 8 a.m. Eastern time. Washington, D.C. will be liberated today. Crime, savagery, filth, and scum will disappear. And who do you think that's being directed at? Who are they having all this fatigue with? Who are basically everybody tired of? You so-called Negroes, man. You tribes, mainly you so-called Negroes, you so-called niggas, man. You black men and you black women, you Gen Z and even some of you millennials and just all you black people, man. When I say black people, I'm talking about niggas, man. All right. Hey, this says crime, savagery, filth, and scum will disappear. Right. They're going to start deploying a lot of you little niggas, man. They're going to start running into these neighborhoods. They're going to catch y'all in the act of doing your savagery out here, doing your doing what niggas do. Hey, they're going to have these troops roll up on you niggas and snatch y'all off the streets. And they're probably going to start disappearing you little 2/3 little demons, man. Putting you in these black sites, putting you in these detention centers, probably deporting your ass out of this country. Remember, Trump said that he wants to get rid of all of these, basically, low lies, man. People with multiple felony charges, people who are known for being in and out of prison, shit, even homelessness, drug users. The so-called filthy element of this society. He's looking to get you to get you out of here, man. Remember, this is all part of the Make America Great Again initiative. Is basically getting rid of all of you undesirable little demons out here. And a lot of you 2/3 Jakes, you are a bunch of demons and undesirables, man. And you need to be dealt with in a major way. It says the days of ruthlessly killing or hurting innocent people are over. You saw what happened with those Jakes over there in Cincinnati. Now, even though we know that Russian dude started it by slapping a Jake, but still, y'all jumping them and kicking them in the head and stomping them and then punching a white lady. You always take things too far. You always exhibit your ruthless, violent, behaviors, man. And you always recording it and putting it on camera, man. Hey, now it's getting ready to be addressed, man. It says the days of ruthlessly killing or hurting innocent people are over. I quickly fixed the border, and D.C. is next, the president said. Hey, and it's not going to only be D.C., it's going to be nationwide. They're going to start going into Memphis. They're going to start going into California, Louisiana, Texas, wherever you unruly, little cockatrice demons are, man. It says the Truth Social post was followed by a report from the Wall Street Journal, which cited a U.S. official saying the White House was preparing to activate hundreds of National Guard troops across the metro area pending a final order. Earlier this year, the president signed an executive order establishing the D.C. Safe and Beautiful Task Force, calling for increased law enforcement presence in public areas and launching initiatives to beautify parks and other public spaces. The latest incident over the weekend, look at this, holy crap, a group of 100 youths took over a park near the D.C. Capitol, firing shots, launching fireworks, and riding dirt bikes. Know who you think was doing that shit? Niggas, man. Let's check this out. And look, and watch, and listen to who you hear in the background screaming. Niggas, watch. Forward a little bit.
They arrested someone. He's in the car behind me. Very quick response here by transit, metro, and some federal assets. So we're down here in Navy Yard, Washington, D.C. We're photographing and filming a large group that was in this park behind me. You can see some of the leftover trash. Close to 100 people were gathered here, and we heard shots fired. I believe it was more than one. It's hard to hear in the moment. We followed police. They arrested a suspect at this place, and they recovered a firearm as well. We have seen an unbelievable amount of assets being thrown at this. You have Metro, Transit, Capitol Police, and multiple federal officials. I've seen FBI, I've seen HSI, I've seen other kinds of park police in the area. They are throwing a massive amount for this specific incident here. It's very obvious that the city has taken a slightly different posture going forwards.
That dirt bike, don't you? You see who's all out there. See, they getting ready to get at you, Jakes, man. All of this hood booger behavior, all of this young nigga shit. Hey, these devils ain't fucking around, man. Remember, hey, they're looking to totally militarize. This administration is looking to militarize and basically get rid of the a lot of you good for nothing Jakes out there. And they're, like the guy said, they're putting a lot of money and they're having a lot of quick responses. And like I said, I hope they launch this shit nationwide, man, because hey, enough is enough. You can't even go out and enjoy yourself anymore because why? It's always a possibility that niggas are going to show up. And what are they going to do? They're going to do what niggas do. All right. They're going to be starting shit, fighting, bringing that niggardly behavior until eventually, hey, something's always bound to happen, man. Hey, but now, what it say? It says the FBI and DHS has responded. Enough is enough. D.C. is a failed city. President Trump will now federalize it. And they're going to start federalizing more of these states. Look at this. And last week, 19-year-old Edward Coriston, a former staffer at the Department of Government Efficiency, whose LinkedIn handle earned him the nickname Big Balls, was badly hurt in an attack in the crime-ridden metro area. And they didn't say whether it was Jake that did it, but more than likely it wasn't, because if it was Jake had beat his ass, they would have had them all on camera. They would have had their faces plastered all over the news media, But, the point is, hey, shit like this, they're looking to put an end to. And who's mostly when shit like this happen, who's always at the face of it? Jakes. It says, similar crime trends have been seen in lawless Baltimore City, controlled by far-left politicians who have zero accountability for their failed social justice policies that have backfired. Look at this. Citywide youth curfew begins in Baltimore as Major strives to restore law and order. UPS driver carjacked in Grand Theft Auto-style robbery. It says defund police backfires. Democrat congressman carjacked at gunpoint in D.C. as crime chaos spreads. And D.C. enforces youth curfew to keep people out of trouble. Yeah, and I hope you little demons violate that curfew so you can get bopped in your head and get locked up and and get dealt with, man. Hey, because enough is enough, man. Not that I'm saying that to hell with Babylon the Great, but hey, this behavior, it does need to be addressed, man. A lot of these little demonic 2/3 niggas out here, whether they're of Negro, Latino, or Native Americans, shit needs to come to an end, man. Like I said, you can't even go out. Something's always bound to happen. But the point being is that, hey, the Lord is putting the spirit on Trump, hey, to be that rod, in the hand, is to be the rod of the Most High's anger. Salakia. That's all I was trying to say. All right, and this is let me see something. Did I want this one? No. Yep, this is what I want. This is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 1. It says, listen, in the NLT, it says, listen, Yahweh's arm is not too weak to save you, nor is his ear too deaf to hear you call. It's your sins that have cut you off from the Most High. And that's what 2/3 of our people, the situation they find themselves in, man. They're not trying to, make amends for their sins. They're not trying to get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Those little young niggas over there in Baltimore and in D.C., hey, they don't have any excuse because you got brothers that are out there in D.C. and Baltimore preaching this word, man. So they know, everybody knows about the Hebrew Israelites. Everybody know what we're out there prophesying and preaching and coming to our people with. So they don't have no excuse. But like the scriptures say, hey, they love darkness rather than the light, man. And they don't want their deeds to be reproved. These little niggas and these jakes, they don't want to get right with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They ain't trying to make the necessary changes. They're not trying to change the way they think, the way they eat, and they're not trying to get in line with the program of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So therefore, hey, their sins are going to eventually get them in a situation that they're not going to be able to get themselves out of. And the Lord is going to use Esau and this cruel Lord Trump and this administration and a lot of these, militarized, executive orders to deal with it. It says, it's your sins that have cut you off from the Most High. Because of your sins, he has turned away and will not listen anymore. And we're at that point, man. Hey, well, the doors of mercies are getting ready to be shut. And these jakes out there are about to get dealt with. It says, your hands are the hands of murderers, and your fingers are filthy with sin. Your lips are full of lies, and your mouth spews corruption. And that's Jake, man, for the most part. The majority of our people, man. All right. It says, no one cares about being fair and honest. The people's lawsuits are based on lies. They conceive evil deeds and then give birth to sin. And that's what black culture is all about, man. This stupid ratchet ass drill music, it puts it in the spirit of these jakes to be rebellious, to be murderous, to want to deal with the ops, to any and every little thing that they feel to be disrespectful is dealt with the death of threat or even the intent of death. Or adultery or sin or theft or murder or just complete and utter wickedness, man. And they justify it by saying this is part of the culture. The fuck out of here. Hey, well, that culture is about to be met with the Assyrian, as the rod of the Most High anger on you, Jakes, man. So I want them to bring the curfew. I want them to federalize, put more troops on the street to get at you wicked ass, unruly niggas, man. All right. It says they hatch deadly snakes and weave spider webs. Right. And that's what black culture produces, man. This whole culture of death, and it's infected everybody. All the tribes are infected by this shit. Even these some of these Edomites and these other nations are infected with this black culture bullshit, man. And we see what it produces. It says whoever falls into their webs will die. You see? Hey, if you Jake don't want to get right with Yahweh Shem Shai in these last days and redirect your energy and your spirit and what you're really about, hey, and stay the course of this culture of death and this wickedness, you're just gonna die at the end of the day, man. It says, and there's dangers even in getting near them. Right. This is why we don't want that's why we don't even want to be around 2/3, man. You see, like I say all the time, you see a group of niggas somewhere, wherever it is, go the opposite way, man. Or if you're out and about somewhere and you see a bunch of little young niggas and these little niggerettes somewhere doing commiserating or just right there in the midst, go the opposite way, because some bullshit is about to take place. Some bullshit is about to happen. All right. It says, and there's danger even in getting near them. Their webs can't be made into clothing, and nothing they do is productive. You see that whole little street takeover shit, all the shit that these niggas do is all unproductive at the end of the day. I think even Neely Fuller said that black people should never get together under any circumstances unless they're doing something productive. And 99% of the time when niggas get together, no matter where the hell it's at, it's very unproductive. It's nothing productive being done. And everything that they're doing is going to lead to somebody either getting beat up, somebody getting locked in jail, somebody getting jumped, somebody getting stabbed, shot, robbed, killed, or whatever, It says all their activity is filled with sin, and violence is their trademark, man. You see, that's Jake. It says their feet run to do evil, and they rush to commit murder. They think only about sinning. Misery and destruction always follows them. And you can't tell me that ain't the truth, right? It says they don't know where to find peace, right? Jake can't get together and have any conflict resolution. Like I said, if a bunch of Jakes somewhere and somebody step on somebody's shoes, or if somebody look at one of them the wrong way, it immediately leads to bang, bang, fists flying, pulling out the phone, world star type of bullshit happening, man. There's never any peace. There's never any productivity. There's never any, issues, that happen that can be resolved. It just leads to straight violence and death, man. Hey, and that's why this administration is getting ready to deal with it. And this is why black fatigue, which we've been saying that, is getting ready to be addressed in a major, major way, man. It says they don't know where to find peace or what it means to be just and good. Right. Because the way to be just and good is out there. The prophets are there, but Jake don't want no part of it. Like I said, they just want to, all they think about is sin and sin only. How to do shit that is evil, how to do shit that leads to bad things happening, It says they don't know where to find peace or what it means to be just and good. They have mapped out crooked roads, and no one who follows them knows a moment's peace. Right. And that's why you see shit like this happening. This is why you see, like I said, it said this whole group of 100 youth took over the park. Because that's all that Jake does. And no matter where, it don't have to be in D.C. It don't have to be in Baltimore. It's everywhere these little niggas is at, man. All right? Everywhere they go. All right? This is, let me see something. This is Isaiah 51:17. Awake and wake, stand up, O Jerusalem, which had drunk at the hand of Yahweh, Bashem Yahweh Shai, the cup of his fury. Thou hast drunken the dregs of the cup of trembling and wrung them out. There is none to guide her among all the sons whom she have brought forth. Neither is there any that taketh her by the hand of all the sons that she have brought up. Right, and for a long time that has been the case, but now that's not the case because, like I said, you have the prophets and the men of the Lord and the teachers of the Most High showing our people the right way, showing you ways to get out of this spiral of death and this perverseness that black culture brings, man. Bring you out of a way that Babylon the Great has made you drunken off of. You see? It says, these two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee, right? And now that Trump is federalizing these different states, now they're getting ready to address all of this crime. Wait, what did he say? Let me find it. Yeah, the days of ruthlessly killing or hurting innocent people are over. What else did he say it was? Where was it? Maybe it's up here at the top. Let me see. Yeah, he said Liberation Day in D.C. They're going to take the Capitol back. They're going to restore law and order. All right. They're getting ready to federalize all of these different places, man. Yeah, here it goes. It says, crime, savagery, filth, and scum will disappear. You see? Hey, and that's what these devils are getting ready to start doing to you jakes, man. All right, verse 19 says, these two things are come unto thee, who shall be sorry for thee, right? And when this sword is sharpened and they really start getting at you niggas and they really start addressing you in a very militarized and very brutal way, hey, nobody's going to feel sorry for you. People are going to applaud it and clap it up because what? They're tired of the black fatigue. People are tired of you niggas, man. And it's getting ready to be addressed by being federalized. It says, desolation and destruction and the famine and the sword, by whom shall I comfort thee? Thy sons have fainted. They lie at the head of all the streets as a wild bull in the net. You see? And this is what, lack of fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai has reduced our people to, man. They're like a wild bull in the net. That's why they be out there doing these street takeovers. They be out there all times of the night just doing wickedness, man. Because Jake don't know how to do good. They don't know how to conduct themselves. They don't have any decorum. They don't have any, righteousness that the ways of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, commands us to be. So therefore, hey, this is how they are. It says they are full of the fury of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, the rebuke of thy power. Therefore, hear now this, thou art afflicted and drunken, but not with wine, right? Because these jakes are drunken off of what? Off of this Babylonian way, off of black culture, off of this drill music, off of everything that this so-called culture, instills within their mind. And it's totally made them drunk, man. And they're all over the goddamn place. They're stumbling. They're falling, right? They don't know peace. They don't know how to do good. All they know how to do is just constantly destroy themselves and bring violence, drunkenness, adultery, and just wickedness, man. You see? And like I said, and the only thing that's going to cure it is ultimately them being taken back into the spirit world. And this is for 2/3, of these wicked ass jakes out here. Hey, and the Lord's putting the spirit on this cruel Lord Trump to finally start dealing with it, man. And like I said, it's probably going to spread to other parts of the country. The more that these jakes going to continue to do all this savagery, all this filth and crime, hey, they're going to start bringing more and more law and order to these different places to ultimately to get rid of the criminal niggardly element of Babylon the Great, man. Hey, so with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. All praise, honor, glory to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. Until the next one, shalom.